Slinky go up and then Slinky goes straight down to floor. Playing with the Slinky is never ever a bore. Slinky rolling down the stairs, bouncing all around. Slinky jumping everywhere and making funny sounds. Yeah! Microplastics are spreading into the air. Breathing them in, and getting lung cancer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slinky go up and then Slinky goes straight down to floor.
Sing it with me now.
Playing with the Slinky is never ever a bore.
Yeah, just like that.
Slinky rolling down the stairs, bouncing all around. Whoa! Slinky jumping everywhere.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? How's everyone doing? Cosmo, Oshik, how are you guys doing? Yeah, what's going on? By the way, yeah, what's up? Should remove that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just haven't updated that yet. I know it's still out of date. Because I think I would have to do new art for it, which is freaking lame. Yeah, I would. Well, I'll do that. At some point. What's up, Ace? How's it hanging? Yeah. Yeah, gonna be working on more stuff today. More people have been having that multiplayer issue. I don't know what's going on with that. If we're gonna recreate that, it's gonna be kind of difficult to, because I want to recreate it on machines that I have access to. Like, I would do it with just, you know, random people, but I kind of want to read the error logs and stuff while the game's open. All the logs that we've done, or that people have sent me from that. It just shows that like there's this one error that keeps happening. It's unreliable. Steam won't connect. So I don't know what that's all about. Also, how's it going, Zen? Oh, and we gotta hydrate. Here we go. Yeah, I keep saying eSteam net connection end for reason 4003. So maybe we can find this or figure out what this means. I don't know. I'll keep looking into that. But yeah, it's annoying. I can't figure it out. Twitch is being funny today? Oh yeah. How so? I got a new bad game idea, but it might be too much for me. It's like making a moon base or something. Oh yeah. That would be fun. A lot of games always focus on like building stuff on Mars, but I think moon stuff could be cool. Beard? What, like me? I just haven't shaved. I need to. Should I grow an epic beard, guys, or should I shave? Growing, yeah. I'll see. 160p to play stream normally? That's weird. Yeah. I am actually doing a new method today of streaming. Usually I just log into my Restream account on OBS, but I'm using like the stream key and manually setting the servers, and then I'm also setting the server to Texas as like a hard set, right? Like it's not going to change. Usually it's set to automatic, but I'm wondering if that's the problem. So we're gonna see how this goes with like a static server. Hopefully we don't get our OBS issues. I don't think it's actually OBS. I think it's just you know, Restream being funny, but we'll see. See how it looks first. Yeah, we could do some face app. Moon, no atmosphere, better launching. I mean, that's true. Yeah. I mean, we are planning to do like I know NASA's going to do a moon base as like a launching point for deeper missions in space. So yeah, that would be cool. I mean, Mars's atmosphere is pretty thin. People think that it has like this super thick atmosphere, but it's 1% the thickness of Earth's. So it's really, there's not much going on there. It's almost a vacuum, practically. But, you know, still got a little bit. So yeah, we gotta see what I look like with the beard. Let me reinstall FaceApp. Now I am hungry because I took my medication and I can't eat 30 minutes after. So, but now I can. So can't open this. Oh my god. There we go. So I'm gonna eat a Slim Jim. Is Jim slim? I hope. This one's pretty slim. It's a rod. Okay. Time to get a beard, guys. This is what we're working with. Okay. So let's go to beards. Full beard. Something went wrong. Why is it going wrong? What? Okay, there we go. So this is what I'd look like. Thoughts? What do you guys think? Yeah. Maybe. It might not look that epic to begin with, but we'd get there one day. Maybe my beer kind of had gray, didn't it? Tiny bit. Yo, hydrate. Thank you. Slim Jim is something. What's the battery can thing in the BG, the Big Boy Game server? Where is that? I don't know. Wolf down Slim Jims like nobody's business. They are good, especially the tiny ones are really easy just to slam down 1,000 of them. Grew up here for years. I know. I'll think about it. I just don't know, because it's very uncomfortable. I'm gonna be honest, to grow. It's super itchy, and I just like, I always, every time I say that I might explore my options and try, I shave it off out of discomfort. So, another hydrate. I'm gonna burst, guys. Did they sponsor Air Up? What's Air Up? Oh, of course, it's a drink company, yeah. Jeez. I'd only do a sponsor, guys, if I got like $1,000. Scent taste? What is this? It's like, you smell it? So it's just water, but you smell it. Okay. It's kind of weird. Balance games game, yeah. I mean, for the right price, you know. So. Yeah, it's like you smell it. That's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. Dang. Alright, well, I don't know how to fix this issue. I'm researching it. Let's go to streaming. I'm just kind of... So this is the issue that keeps showing up. It's connection terminated. Yeah. Like FNAF, you know? Connection terminated. That whole monologue. It's 20 quid if they want to sponsor for a whole month? Yeah. It would be such a loss for them. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth. If that's even your real name, right? But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. Let's look this up, I guess. Godot Steam, connection terminated. Maybe they have a list of, like, errors here? I hope. I don't know. I mean, what would this even be a part of? It just says user error. So why is it just failing to connect? That's what we have to figure out, right? Yeah, I've tried to search 4003. I mean, let's look at this. Okay, maybe this will work. Connection and remote bad certification. So what does that mean? I wish I had a description for this stuff, you know? How do I fix this? Like, what is bad certification?
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name. But I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume. Although you have indeed been called, you have all been called here. Into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you were trapped.
Oh man, kind of funny. Bad certification. Remote. Bad cert. Gotta figure that out. I don't know what it is. It's weird. They're playing Smutty. Yeah. It's pretty epic. God, my left screen is chaos now. I gotta show you guys what my left screen looks like. I look like a madman over here. This is what's on the left screen now. I have to have Twitch open. I also have to have OBS open. I wanted to have the Twitch chat in here, and it does work in OBS, but I can't see your guys' profile pictures. So I also have Restream open, and so it's just chaos. I see 3 versions of myself. I know. I wish that I didn't have to have this open, because usually what I do is I just have OBS on the right here with the chat. But when you don't link it though to your Restream account, you can't do the chat in OBS. So, yeah, it's pretty annoying. Yeah, you're still the Chinese Eggman. It's pretty epic. Man, I don't know what this issue would be, you know? It's just failing certification. Like, I don't know what that is. Like, what certification? Let's look at connection state 4, whatever that is. Where is that? Connection states closed by peer. So, yeah, I don't know how to fix this. It might just be that we just need a new version of Steam Multiplayer Peer. It could be like maybe they updated the Steam DLL or something. Because it seems pretty random, right? I didn't change anything to make this happen, and so that's what the leading theory right now. Updated funding. Whoa. Okay, so let's go get the proper thing. So just give me the freaking library, bro. Here, repositories. And apes we trust. what do you mean? We want Godot Steam, and then we have to do the multiplayer peer branch. So what's been new? Yeah, updated to new multiplayer. I feel like this might be the difference here. I think they changed something. Because it is on Steamworks 1.60 now. I don't know if I was on that before, but let's see what we got. This is the final GD native version ever. I don't have GD native. We're fine. I was like, oh no. But no, we're on multiplayer peer. Right here. So this is the newest one. So, I mean, hopefully we're good. I don't know which one I have right now. I think I can check. I know there's like a... Let me find it. Where do I have this installed? I think I just have it on a folder in my desktop. It's called like Godot Editor or something. Godot test. Come on. I don't know why I can never find it in here. Like it's weird. I know it's here. Let's sort by name. There it is, Godot Editor. So we're on 4.3? Is that true? So we're all the way on 4.10 now? No, that's just the Godot version. So what is the actual, like, version? I don't know. Yeah, I just don't know. Oh, it shows like 410 there, but I don't see it in here. And it's not in the template. So I don't know what version we're on. I mean, it's probably in my downloads somewhere. I don't want to go do this whole update process if that's not even the problem, you know. Yeah, see, because I think I have 4.10. We downloaded that back in, yeah, like October or something. Not October, but yeah, this is in August. This can't be the newest version, is it? The newest one in general was October, but that's not the multiplayer peer. So I guess we're on the newest version, which is unfortunate because I don't know how to fix the problem then. So that kind of sucks. I don't know. I'll have to figure this out. I think there might be a Discord server with this. Yeah. This is very unfortunate. Well, I'll have to figure that stuff out. I really don't know what the issue is now then. I thought we were on to something, but now it's like, I just don't know what to do now. So we'll figure that out, but we do have to work on the game, so. Yeah, integration machines, game recording. Yeah. That thing is kind of cool. You can like record specific events and stuff. Yeah, I mean, maybe at some point I would like to. I think the next Steam integration thing is just going to be achievements, right? Because I want to get that all set up. The achievements to begin with will be pretty straightforward, but I do want to add those. So, who knows? Maybe for this update. We'll see. Yeah, let's keep working away at what we've been doing. What are wall cords? So as you can see, there's a lot of errors in here. I know why this is all happening. It's just because of the signals that are connected. So what we need to do in here is only connect it as long as it's not already connected. So we can just do is connected. So i.tree exited.isConnected. As long as we're not connected, then we connect. And same with when we disconnect. Right there. But we say is connected. So that should fix all those issues with the signals being weird. So yeah, let's load up the game. We'll take a glance at what we're at right now and what's next. I have some plans for what I want to do today. Need to get these chips out of the way. Okay. One moment. Let me finish the chips. Hold on, everybody. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, jeez. Oh, oh. All right, let's go to the new planet. See what we got going. So where we left it off last time, we have the pumps working to make the internal areas. So, yeah, these work pretty well. If you break a wall or something, and then it depressurizes this region, so then you can repressurize. So since the region here is too large, it's more than 1,000 tiles because it goes outside. Just close it up, repressurize, and we're gaming. So a couple things I like to do. I want there to be a little transition between being underwater and being in this area. So we'll definitely do that. And I want to maybe add an animation for the pump, just so that it's a little cooler and stuff. So yeah, we'll figure it out. Better than Venture, and just found out you can turn on sprinting. Oh yeah, I think you can actually, so that's pretty epic. Yeah. Wouldn't be completely opposed to playing. We'll see, we'll see. Alright, so yeah, let's just get started on that transition stuff, because we need to do that. Wait for about 2 weeks, yeah. Like just now. Oh, since when you turn this in sometime like a 0.5. Yeah. It was maybe a couple weeks ago. We've decided to make this new zone underwater. So yeah. Oh. Oh, that's very weird. I'm gonna have to fix that because what's going on here now is that this is a distinct region, but it still counts as being not underwater. It's a little weird because it's not connected to this. See, like if I do that, oh god, see. Bad stuff. There's still going to be a lot of quirks like that with the pumps that I have to work out. So now if I break it again, it's back to normal. But yeah, it's a little quirky. So we'll do that. We'll fix all that. But yeah. A little QWERTY. It is a little QWERTY. Yeah. See, I just want it to be like when the player walks through here and goes inside, it does like a... And then the waving stops and stuff. Ad break? Let's snooze the ad. Since we have the snooze credits. What's up, Abra? How's it going? Yeah, it's going good. I got the pump stuff working for the most part. There's still like some weirdness, right? I just had to check that the region's still connected in cases like that. You know? Like I recalculate when I place down new walls and stuff. Because there can be times where I want these tiles to update. You know, like this. I build a little segment and it's like, I don't want that to be pressurized, because it's not. So, yeah. Burn says 510. So yeah, we'll figure that stuff out. But yeah. How are you doing? Okay, so for that water transition thing, we're just gonna need to know what tile the player's on. Since in here, they're always gonna be on these lab tiles or whatever, you know. Dang it. Let's get rid of all that stuff. I'm just gonna create a couple variations here in case we want to add more, and then just check all those different tiles, right? So that's what we'll do. All right, so let's go get it working. You should be pressurized since you closed it when it was already pressurized. I mean, yes, but it also causes a lot of weird issues though, so I don't know. It's quirky. Because if I do that and I break this, it basically says, oh, you're depressurized now. Oh, but it doesn't. So that's weird. Oh, I think it's because this region hasn't been pressurized. Hold on. And also there's like issues to work out with like this stuff. Like, see, now these tiles aren't ever gonna get like fixed, and it's like having multiple pumps is kind of a weird issue. Because if I do this, I like pressurize it, and then I also pressurize that one, and then I break a pump. It should still be pressurized in here, but it's not. Right, so it's very, very odd. There's, we're gonna have to figure this stuff out. So yeah. I don't know. It's not gonna be easy to figure out all these edge cases for these pumps, but we'll get there. Slowly but surely. So yeah, anyways, let's just get the indoor-outdoor transition first, just so that it's just easy to know and stuff. So let's do that. I guess I'll just do that instead of the player. Let's see here. Actually, I would like to do it in the airlock. It would be weird though. It'd be quirky because the airlock, it has the potential for like causing issues, but also it's like what if you pressurize a region while you're just inside, right? So we can't use the airlock, unfortunately. It has to be something independent of that. Wouldn't hurt to make all the wall tile maps. Well, the problem is just all the other stuff with that. How do I handle, like, breaking the walls and stuff? I'd have to implement a whole new system for that. Well, it would be nice and performant. I am going to wait on that. Because that would be kind of complicated, I'm not going to lie. So for now, we're just going to do a really inefficient function. Which is check floor. So what we're gonna do is say ad break. Yeah, ad is coming up. Well, we can snooze it again. Ad is snoozed. So tile map is global dot current tile map. So we can just say if tile map. Well, I don't use the last one in case we get raided or something, so we will have to ad break after this one, unfortunately. You know, it's very sad, but you gotta watch ads eventually. It's inevitable. Just like Thanos or something. So we're gonna do this. Then we're gonna do this. Tile map dot get cell. I don't know if you can even do get cell. How do you I think you can do get cell maybe. It's because it doesn't know what. There we go. Let's see what we can do in here. I think there's a get cell. You can just do get cell source ID. Or just get cell tile data. That's what we would do. And then what do we do for that? Is that just coordinates? Yeah. So we do tile map dot local to map blah, 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 global position. So that will give us our data. So now we can like check that, right? So if we go back to level, then in our tiles gem terrain right here, we also have to set up all these other tiles. So let's do that. Then we have to paint them though with all our physics layers and stuff. Okay. So in our player, we're just gonna check if data dot. So what does this actually return? It returns tile data, which has. We want to know what the like coordinate is, right? Probability terrain set transpose. I guess we just check the terrain set. We can add this to a new set probably. Because this is on like terrain set 0, right? But we can set this to yeah, a whole different one, I believe. So let's just add a new element and call this like pressurized. And then it'll be like a darker blue color. Okay, hopefully that will work now. I know it's gonna cry and complain. Gonna head off for today? Alrighty, sounds good. Thanks for popping in, Cosmo, I appreciate it. Oh, train set 0 and then pressurized, there we go. So it's not the terrain set. We need to know what terrain it is. So I guess that doesn't really help us at all. Which is kind of annoying. I know you can do like custom tile data. How do you do that? Like custom data layers. Right, that's really what we need to figure out. Like tile map data, get, sell. Maybe I do want Atlas chords. That's probably what I want. Yeah, let's just do that for now. So we're just gonna check. Check floor will only run if global.current region is equal to global.regions table.get Starground region. Oh, yeah, but I need to rename that. So now we're gonna say if data dot x is less than 3 and data dot y is greater than 7. That means we are on a tile, and so we're just gonna say print on tile. No, no, no. Don't do this, Godot. Sometimes it does this. Can't resolve class entity. We're gonna lose our player data. I'm just gonna reload it. Scary when that happens. One second, I gotta check a thing here. I can't. Okay. So OBS just not gonna behave. There we go. Give me 1 minute here. Okay, Godot is dying. Okay. So did the player die and corrupt? Probably. Seems okay. I suppose. Yeah, I think it's okay. Scary when that happens. Basically what it would do is reset all this stuff in here whenever it does that, and it's like, oh god. So I really don't want that to happen. Alright, well let's try this now. Come on. Come on. Okay. Alright. So we can just have a boolean that's like keeps track of what floor type, or we'll just have a boolean called underwater, so that when you're underwater it does all the things. Is there a reason for in dungeon to be an export? That's so that I can synchronize it with multiplayer, I believe. And if it is still in dungeon or in export but I don't synchronize it, then it's probably just because it's a remnant of a bygone era. Okay, let's go to Gentopia. So it should be printing out in here whether we're underwater or not. I don't know why Godot's freezing up right now. I need to close tabs and stuff. Let's do it. Close other tabs. Starts to get a little slow. And then close other tabs there. Alright, let's see what it prints. It should just start saying on tile. Yes. So now we know when we're on a tile and then when we're off of the tile. So in between those two is where we can kind of do our animation. Not an animation, but just our stuff, right? So I guess we're just gonna have another global script or variable in here or something, which just like is underwater. Because I don't really want to do it in set region necessarily, right? Yeah, it's really dumb. I hate how that is because I really don't like having all those variables be in the inspector panel, you know? But unfortunately, it's the only way to actually use the synchronizer. Super annoying. I wish I could just have like export it but not show it in the inspector, right? Hello, I'm under the water. Please help me. That guy's epic. So we're gonna have to do all this stuff. I guess we're just gonna do this. Function toggle underwater. And that's like where we do all this stuff. So if underwater, then we toggle it to true. I guess we just need to do this. Well, I guess we do need it over there. That's fine. Let's get rid of all this business. So we're gonna say if our region is now Gemtopia, we're gonna say set underwater or toggle underwater, and we're gonna say true on Viridian. Well, actually, we're just gonna do this. Otherwise, any other region, we're gonna toggle it to false. And we can also pass in another variable that's like play animation. So on these ones, it'll be false. Yeah. So that'll do it. Yeah. Then we can manually set this stuff here, so. Stream chat is not showing? Did I screw it up? Maybe I accidentally hit it or something. Let me double check here. Let's see, overlays. Messages. Oh. You want to send a message? Let's see. I need to clean up a bunch of these old things in here I don't need anymore. Text to speech is there. Okay, let me pull this up on the main screen so I can actually see. Let's make it big. Okay, so here's everything. Cheese break, confetti, label, printer, text to speech, game audio. We have bottom left mess. We have garbage, overlays, webcam messages. Oh yeah, I just hit it by accident? Okay. I don't know how that happened. But we're good now. Thank you for letting me know on that. Maybe send a message check. We're probably okay. Oh, does it show it now on screen like that? Oh, so the two are linked. So, okay. Oh, is that what's happening? No. I'm gonna send a message. So that shows up, and then does it disappear after 20 seconds? It should. Let's just make sure. Okay, yeah. I think we're good. Alright. So, we have this underwater effect thing. Now we can make it play the things. So, in our player, that's where we have the underwater effect thing. I'm pretty sure it's in Canvas. I thought. Oh no, it's in the world now. Duh. So we're gonna do get node. Or no, we have to do root multiplayer world level. And then we can go grab it and level what the name is. So it's water overlay. That's what we want to make invisible. So we're gonna say visible equals true when we're underwater. And it'll be false. Alright. So we should be able to swap between those two now. Back inside of our player, we can go ahead and, instead of calling that, say global.toggle underwater to be false. And we'll set play effects to true. So what this should do now is disable the audio effects and make the water go away. Which it does. Good. Now, it is a little lame how it gets rid of the water outside. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that, but I don't know. I don't know how the heck we're gonna do shader magic to make that not the case. It's definitely not gonna be easy. How would we do that? You can do them like masking, but to actually track these regions and create a mask for them with like an image texture or something is extremely difficult. I wonder if you could do like a custom render layer or something, right? Where it's like, I don't know. Like I draw a occlusion layer to all the tiles that I don't want it on, or something. I don't know, but there's other issues with that though, because it's like, what about the machines on here and all that business, right? So I don't know about that. But we can look up some things. Excuse me.
One day I was walking
Hide enemies and shadows.
So,
Maybe this one.
my name is Devtoria, and I am going to do a Godot 4 tutorial about
See, like that.
specific
No way among us.
things that you sprite for the background. So for the player, to our player,
Sprite.
There's creepers on my back.
the main
I can't get 'em off. I made a diamond sword.
The light source.
They always try to get into my
next
face.
Just set it to the stuff.
we'll set.
I slash their face.
We'll go to visibility. and we'll set his light mask
Light
to 2,
mask.
and his visibility layer to 2 as well. This is because everything is already default to be layer 1, and we want specifically the enemy.
The creepers came and blew up my house.
I don't know if this will work in our case though,
Even
right?
more now.
Because we would have to do this to 1,000 trillion objects, which just doesn't work.
I made a diamond sword
Right.
just to kill these mobs.
Now we go to
Yeah, you can just paint an occlusion layer.
Into my base.
But how do we make that work?
now,
for what
once
we
you have
want.
it selected, you can paint your icon. You can paint your tile set.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can now.
There's creepers on my
You know,
Icon is.
I can't
easier said than done, fortunately.
diamond sword just to kill these mobs.
Um,
They always try to get into my base, so I took my diamond sword and I slashed their face. There's creepers on my back, I can't get them.
I don't know.
I made a diamond
It's not an easy thing to do.
kill these mobs. They always try to get into my base.
I mean, it's, yeah, it does look pretty barren out there without the water effect, you know. So I want there to be the water effect outside because it looks weird without it. It's not the worst thing ever if we can't fix it, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Well, I was sitting on the back of my truck, beer in hand, but not
How could we do this?
I walked around to the driver's seat, put it in drive, went down the street. Beer in my left hand, wheel in the right, driving my truck all through
Is the chat not showing up again?
Highway 105.
No, it is.
All the suds in a real good time.
I wonder if having wavy foliage outside would be enough to trick the brain thinking it's still there. I mean, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Breakfast sounds good, but gotta run. All of the restaurants closed.
Every time music ago, I learned something new. The UI themes are shaders. Oh, are they? It's interesting. I didn't even know that.
Potato wedge. I'm real hungry, gotta go faster. Need my egg, I'll slow down.
So, let me see what we can do with this, because maybe there's a way we can figure this out. Under visibility, you know, we can have different light masks and all that business. So, we could set a different visibility layer. I guess. I don't know how that works. Let's add in a light to this scene and see if we can just mess around with things and make it work. So we have a point light. Let's give it a light texture. So it's on top of here now. We're going to set the light mask to be on layer 2. And then on our water overlay, we're going to set visibility layer to 2. So setting light mask does change things. Basically it's saying visibility layers 2. So we can make it so that like it only shows up. No, that doesn't even work. Yo, what's up, Bagon? Thanks for that, Jay. How's it going? I'm just messing around with shader stuff right now. Let me know if you have ideas on this, but I need to make it so that in a certain region I can prevent the waving from happening. Also, thank you for the follow. So right now what we have is on this new planet, like the underwater zone, so when you enter in here, it like disables the water effect, but there's still regions in here where and outside, I want the water to still be waving. But I don't know how to do that with a big color rect shader, so I don't know if you have any ideas on that. Let me know though. Yeah, I'm asking the camera. I don't know. Well, it's not the camera, like it's just a specific region in the world that I want to mask, right? Vignette. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'd like to be able to mask this, just I don't know how. This kind of thing normally I just have custom shape. That probably won't be feasible here. Yeah, like if this was a different scenario, I would just use like a what is that called? The thing that you can like it's a shape 2D or whatever, and just set where I want it to be. But yeah, this doesn't really work though when like the world changes, so it's kind of difficult. Also, yeah, Zen, technically Gemtopia is in the game on the new patch, but it's like deactivated, so you can't get to it. But if you want to be the first person to get to it other than me, you're welcome to dig into the files. I don't know how I'm gonna... I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, just deactivating the water effect. I don't really like it, though. But, I don't know. I really would like to figure out a way to do it. If I could just do some kind of occlusion layer, you know, that would be exactly what I need. But I just don't know how to actually do that. Because I can do like a light occluder. And I can set like a polygon shape. You know, so here's our light occluder. And I could change the light occluder mask or whatever. And set the light mask or the visibility layer stuff differently. It doesn't seem to actually work. Sure, MBG already went there? I don't know. I don't know if he has or not. In the vertex shader, you can have a region set to ignore the effect in. Then you can map some shape corresponding to where you want to set it to map that region. Okay. So, only issue I see with that is, there's gonna need to be multiple regions, right? I'm gonna have to have, yeah, multiple areas where there's like, so like on a given save, yeah, right, I don't want it to be super laggy, because we might have like multiple of these boxes around, and so I'd have to like, I don't know. I have to technically support an infinite number of regions. Otherwise, there will eventually be issues. I thought like light occluder stuff could work, because I know you can do like a mask with light stuff, but I don't know how it works though. So the rendering layers in which this canvas item responds to light 2D nodes. I mean, is it possible to just turn it into a light? Make it a massive texture? I don't know if this would work, but I just want to try. Here, let's just build up when I can't copy stuff. Oh, copy. And then put this into the material of the light. I have no idea if this would work, but I'm curious to see what happens here. And then just set it to a just a big texture. Set it to the add texture. Then just set energy to 0. We'll set it to 1, but do mix or something. This probably won't work, but I just want to see what happens. So yeah, setting that to have the material doesn't work at all. So I guess you just can't really do it that way. What is this texture? Oh, that's what it is. Let's do a noise texture, maybe? And like having the shader on here doesn't seem to do anything. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I would do this. I would need someone that's actually good at shaders. Coal mode. No, I don't. That doesn't matter. Polluter light mask. And I could try to do it the other way where this is a light. Point light. And I load light. So we do one of these sort of things where it's like, so this is the region that it's in. We're gonna set this stuff to that. And then in water overlay, yeah, it's still not gonna work. Just kind of messing with different, like, trying to see if we could get it so it's like it only shows up under the light or something. I'm not smart enough to know how, but yeah, I doubt that would ever work, unfortunately. Huh. The music stop? No, this is quiet. I think my headphones stopped. That's what happened, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's any other way to do it. There's like clip children and stuff. I mean, maybe. But that wouldn't really make anything easier. Yeah. I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it like this. My headphones didn't stop. They did the thing again, didn't they? Hold on. Sometimes I can fix this. Oh, there we go. Let's go. This might be just what we have to deal with, I guess. It's definitely not ideal. Yeah, sometimes with the Asteroid 50 moments, I can click on the back on the like mixer button a couple times and it resets it. I've noticed recently, so it's kind of epic. Oh. You guys heard that pop, right? I don't know, I guess it's gone now. That was like a reverb thing. Yeah, I've done that. Like, that's what I usually do, but recently I've been doing this method and it's so much better because then you don't have to reset your audio devices in OBS and stuff. Try it next time that you have that issue, see if it works for you. Because it's pretty freaking epic, actually. Alright, well, I guess we're just gonna deal with it for now. I'm also gonna make it so that the player stops wearing his helmet. So now I'm just gonna set the helmet to be not that stuff, but just global dot underwater. I'm just gonna name this as like player is underwater. And then let's just do bar player is underwater. It's false by default. Then we'll say is equal to underwater. Alright. Save that. We're gonna have to restart the game. Let's do that. So just clicking the button that scrolls the... Yeah, just like the one that swaps through the EQs. It seems to work really reliably for me, so... yeah, it's nice. As soon as I figure out that the muting is actually just my headphones being funny, you know? What is this? I can't find... Oh yeah, we have to do... this. Or null. So if water dot visible equals underwater, that'll just be better that way. Okay. All right, let's load everything up, make sure we're good. So on here, we should just be normal without our helmet. And then as soon as we go to the underwater zone, we'll have our helmet. But then when we go inside, we won't. Yeah. Looks like we're good. Cool. All right. So, I mean, that's a good step in the right direction. So I do want to add like a splash effect or something to the screen. I don't know if that's a shader we could find. Maybe it is. So let's see what is on here in terms of water. Most of this is going to be 3D stuff, probably. But, like, some of this stuff's interesting. Like, is this an overlay, or what is this? I don't know. There's, like, water waves. So, like, something like that would be okay. Downhill water flow. You can also just check for something like a splash effect, right? Noise offset and wiggle. It's basically our water effect. Circular waves in 2D. Ripple shader. Let's look for splash. Rounded corners, downhill. Okay. What is this? Is that just water going downhill? Okay. Oh, that's interesting, because it could, like, yeah. So it looks like water's moving down depending on the normal map. It's actually really good. Lets you do like more interesting water configurations, you know? So like in these spots the water is just stationary, but then on the edges, kind of cool. Not what we need. We could just do like a sprite, which I think is like how a game like Subnautica would do it, but I don't know. I guess let's look for sounds that we can use for this. So we need a like a splash sound. Sorry, this is gonna be extremely loud. Let me turn down desktop audio. That's not what I want. Usually it's best to go by downloads most first. And create a comment 0. You see what I mean with the Minecraft sounds? I know. It's really funny. Oh man. See, yeah, this happens all the time. I'm just browsing through free sound. I find Minecraft sounds. It's kind of funny. Water pour. No thanks. Water click. No. Calm ocean breeze. I just want to splash. Isn't that what I searched? I want it to be more epic. Like, that's okay, but maybe a little too long. You know, I want it to be, like, faster. That one sounds weird, you know? Kind of, but no. I need, like, a smaller splash. I need, like, a... None of those. That one's actually not that bad. Maybe. Blood squirt. Too big. Nope. Splash request. That's just the first one, but pitch down. Too big. Splat. Better, but it sounds like you're in a bathroom. Well, yeah, it's in the bathroom. That one doesn't work. That's too big. Ah, it's really close. Like, that one's probably one of the better ones I've heard. Like that, but just a little smaller, you know, just not a, maybe a child diving, right? I guess what we want to look for is not splash, but like a dive. Nope. I mean, I could probably just take one of these and like speed it up a lot. So it's just shorter. Okay, plane crash. Not that. Short vocals. Okay. That one's kind of good. I think that one's better than the other one. Whoa. Not... that's a cool sound, but it's submerged. That's not what I want. Depth charges? Not that one. Too big. That's not a dive? Oh, it's a diving alarm. Hold on, let me turn down desktop audio even more so we can hear this without dying. That's a pretty good alarm. Subdive. Okay. What is this? Interesting. Maybe that's what the footstep sounds could be like. You know, when you're underwater. I don't know. Dry puff? Scuba bubbles. FX diving. Those are big dives, dude. Quick deep breath. Okay, is this the same alarm? No, that's a different one.
25.
25. What? Okay, dive in the dirt. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're at our limit. Let's do this one. Then I'll probably open it up into Premiere and shorten it. And change it a little bit. Because I don't want it to be too long. You know, it'll get really annoying if the sound effect is like 2 seconds long. So, I have to make it fast and snappy. Is Premiere gonna open? What's going on here? Come on. It's not going. So here what we could do, we could say if global dot player is underwater, then we set it to false. Otherwise, if the player is not underwater, then we set it to true. Okay. I know, but look, DaVinci doesn't run very well on my computer. I have to figure out an alternative. I have to figure out how to make DaVinci run good before I swap. So, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I know I could use FL Studio, but I don't feel like it right now. I want to edit this and be done with it. Why can I? Oh, it's a FLAC. FLAC 2AV. I love FLACs. Well, then what would you use for this kind of thing? Because I figured you'd probably want to use FL. Oh, you mean just DaVinci for audio? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Audio bitrate. Audio jungle. Download. Okay. It probably doesn't lag as bad with just audio, but I just don't want to mess around right now. So I'll wait and see. How come this isn't shrinking? Oh, I'm just dumb. See, like, that's more the sound I want. I want it to be faster. So, before I shrink it with the audio distortion, let me maintain audio pitch and just shrink it by, like, 75%. Oops, other way. I need to do 125. It might sound really bad if I do that, but we'll see. Well, that sounds too much like a hit. No, that sounds terrible. Let's undo all that. I think we just do... yeah. That's fine. And then let's just shorten the sound so it's like that. And add a, you know, fade out. And then obviously I'll randomize the pitch in game. And maybe even add another sound for this, but we'll see. DaVinci. I don't know. I'll mess around with it more. Maybe that's like a common thing. It's just I hate it when it does the audio desync thing. It's really bad. It just kind of ruins everything, so. And let's set desktop audio back up to normal. So the good thing is that when we go underwater, the sound will become muffled, which is good. So it'll sound like we're, you know, diving deep. So yeah. Season is playing Muck. Muck. Excuse me. The balancing of Muck is the worst ever in the universe. Gotta be honest. Muck in this day and age. Yeah. From what I've heard from Maxwell, it's so much easier single player, but I don't want to play Muck. I didn't hate Muck, it's just that it was too hard on multiplayer with like 4 people. It was just because it's like if one person is like falling behind, it's just old Jover, you know? That's the problem. Oh, do I already have a sound called Splash? I probably do. I don't. Okay. Yum 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 yum. Then on the player, we will add in a new sound effect. It's going to be an epic sound effect. Right next to step, we're gonna call it splash. Sound effects world. Calling out from sound effects world. Calling out from Starground's world. Minus 20 decibels is pretty quiet. Let's go minus 10. Max distance. Yeah, it doesn't have to be very long. Okay. More of a solo Risk of Rain 2 if we're talking Muck likes. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think Risk of Rain is way more balanced on multiplayer than Muck ever was, but yeah. I get it, though, honestly. No, I'm gonna have to restart the game, aren't I? Actually, maybe not. Yeah, I gotta restart the game. Oh yeah, let's also set a random pitch scale. Muck likes, is that what they're called? Risk of Rain came out first. Pitch scale equals random range. There we go. Playtime.
I know what I gotta do and I know when I gotta do it, but I don't know if I'll
Muck's been around for eons.
play this feeling out.
I don't know about that.
But I guess I'll just have to
You sure?
take it. I've been led into this false reality where I'm told that it will all be worth it. So I put my trust into the system they've created when the system's completely broken. Waiting for the time when nothing's on my mind. I'm gonna have to
Okay, whatever you say, man. I guess I'll believe you.
and think about that.
Mm.
I'm using up all my wisdom. I'm stuck inside this loop where I don't know what to do and I haven't found.
So now we need the splash effect, right? That's the problem.
Some things are great, but some things
So let's try this out.
aren't like the first one.
Yeah, that's good.
I think I want to retire,
But then
but I've never even gotten a
it's actually pretty hard to hear when you go underwater. So let's
choice to choose.
go 0 decibel on that maybe.
The people that control the strings don't care about the suffering that has been endured by you and I.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. It's not like you're walking in and out like every 1 second. So I mean, you're gonna be in here for like a minute or 2 and then walk out again. So that sounds good.
I'm stuck inside this loop where I don't know what to do and I haven't
Yeah.
Billy's got it right. My mind's an
All right. And then I do want to add an animation to the airlock so they like open up the door when you're nearby and then close again. It'll just be kind of a nice little extra thing so that you're not just kind of walking through it, you know? So we'll probably do that. So if there's a depressurization event, yeah, you just go underwater again. Splash on the inside feels wrong to you? I don't know. Like, what would you change, you know? Yeah, that works. And then, yeah, we gotta figure out the splash effect. It's gonna be so awesome, guys. Mute that. Guys, here we go. This is our effect. Watch. Woo. Oh, this one's gonna be good. Oh. This is the splash we need. Hey, what's up, Finn? How's it going? So happy that I get the depression mod. I could make you a depression mod if you want. I can I could take the sprite of the player. It'd be a pretty easy mod to make. You just have to take the player sprite and just turn it into a frown. Turn that frown upside down. Turn that smile upside down. You know, just like that. Depression mod. League of Legends? Yeah. You could be like this. Angry. Woo mod when? Oh god. Someone wants to make Uwu mod, that's their business, none of mine. Maybe we just like I feel like particles or something like this is probably going to be the best way to do this. I hate how this looks though, but maybe we could add I don't know if you can do particle emitters on a canvas. I genuinely have no idea, but we can try. I mean, maybe it'll work. I just have no idea. Let's try it. Let's put a CPU particle down. I mean, it's spraying. It's doing something on the canvas. I just don't know if it's gonna stay on the canvas. Like, I mean, we'll see. Set scale to like 10. It does work. So what we could do is just use particles on the sides that like do like a water splash effect, you know. Which I think would be fine. So let's just go draw up a sprite really quick of like a water splash. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. It's basically just gonna look like a puddle. Just like, you know, that. Particle splash. I might also scale this up quite a bit. So this is at 16. I might go to 64 just so that it doesn't I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah. Drawing. Let's get our splash. It's probably not here yet. It takes a second. Come on. There we go. So, whoa! Hold on. So that's too big. Let me revert. Let's not go to 64, I guess. I was gonna take 1,000 years to update. And then direction, that's good. Gravity, I'm just gonna set to 0. But our initial velocity will have some, like 100. Set it higher. And then this needs to be in the center of the screen. So what I'm gonna do actually is just do this. I'm gonna add a control node. Just set it right there. And then for layout of the control node, we're just gonna do center left. Like that, and then add the CPU particle as a child of that. It doesn't seem to work. Oh no, it's just because of the position. So something like that. And then I'm also going to set the emission shape on this to be a rectangle. Set it to be a very tall rectangle. Something like that. We need way more particles. And I want some variation for the sizing on this. The angle can be random. And now the color. So we'll give it a color ramp. It'll fade out to nothing. I know it looks like steam right now, don't worry. Set a minimum velocity, maximum velocity. Make it be explosive. Explosiveness is 1, so it does like that now. And then color, we're gonna make it blue, believe it or not. I'll probably change this more. You know, this is just messing around and seeing what we can do. But yeah. And then literally, I guess all we do is just do it again. So this will be water left. We're gonna copy it, paste a sibling, and now we have water right. So it's gonna be almost the same, except water right is gonna be centered on the right, of course, believe it or not. Then these ones for their direction is gonna be -1, like that. Alright. Also, this should not have any size. It looks like it does, though. So, fix that. Let's recenter it on the right. There we go. Fix it on here also. Center it on the left. Alright. What's up, Oshik? Welcome back. Messing with particles on the GUI for when... Whoa. Why is it so enormous in game? Oh yeah, because it's using the old texture. Yeah, that would do it. Mouse. Okay. I don't know why I have to slam my mouse sometimes. It's the only way to make it work again. Let's just do this. Dot play. Water right. You know, lesson, yeah. Just gotta beat some sense into it every once in a while, I guess. Alright, this is probably not gonna look very good, but we've looked at zero reference material and stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. Let's just load it up and see how things are looking. Let's also make sure this is one shot. Now, I've noticed whenever I do that, sometimes I have to reset the particle systems for some reason. I don't know why that is the case, but I have to do .restart. Otherwise, it just seems like it doesn't work for me. No idea why. I think it's some quirk with Godot, because you shouldn't have to do that, but I don't know. So let's try that. And yeah, we'll actually look at real effects after this. I just want to see what this looks like. It's probably going to look really stupid, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah. I'm sure we could find, like, a good... I mean, basically, it's the same effect as in Subnautica, right? Like, when you go into the water. So we could probably find that water effect. Or effect screen. Yeah, I'll have to watch a video of it or something, I guess. So this probably won't look very good, but, you know, let's try it. Oh, it died. Oh, I said play, it's emitting. Oopsies. Oh, cool. Ting. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, but it's okay. That's why we test. First obvious thing is that the speed of it, like, we need some of them to stay in place. Also, the color is just too bright. What we should do is, on the ramp, start it out more transparent. And that'll probably help a little bit. So let me do that on the other one also. Oh, looks like it did, because, yeah, it's a saved data structure. Okay. It's better. It's not what I really want, but I mean, maybe we're closer. Still too blue. On the, you can do an initial color ramp. So this will kind of like, we can put in multiple different colors. So we'll just set it to constant and then do this. So we can have a couple different colors. And let's just do a custom blue color, I think. So let's just do like blue, bit of green, or the saturation darker. Alright, something kind of like that, like a deeper blue. And then we could even throw in like, you know, a sliver of like sea foam. Right, like that. And that would just be at the very end, so there's not that many of them. Let's see what that looks like now. Well, for some reason it's doing like all of them like that. I don't know why. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it's probably because I had to restart the game because it's just using the white. Yeah, I bet that's what it is. Let's restart. I can also make these last longer. Right now they only last 1 second, which is not that long. So yeah, let's give that a try. Yeah, let's see if we can find the Subnautica effect. I just want to see what it looks like. I think it's like a full screen thing, but I don't remember. Let's just look up Subnautica gameplay. Oh god, Jacksepticeye. Okay. Markiplier. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. I'm just gonna skip to when he goes in the water. And we're just gonna analyze this effect. So let's watch. Keep your eyes peeled. So the effect is pretty mild. It's kind of more just, like, I guess the effect I'm thinking more about is this one where you exit the water and it does that, right? So, swim to surface. So, we'll probably keep it pretty mild, I guess. I don't want it to be too annoying and obnoxious. I'll probably do that and then just set the, so the initial ramp is good. Let's set this even lower on the alpha transparency, like maybe 50. I don't want it to be way too in your face, you know? For timing is 1 second. And maybe we have more smaller water particles. So it looks like it has like splashes or something. Okay. Let's try that. Don't know if that's going to be good or not, but we'll see. I just want a little bit of an effect of like you're entering or exiting water instead of just the sound. The sound works well and all, but I think we need both. So, for some reason the one on the left is going crazy. I don't know what's happening here. Let's figure that out. That one's 1 second. I don't know why it's going so crazy. they have the same initial color ramp. Oh, they don't have the same colors. So let's copy that. Move it into there. Is that why? That one lasts like way longer for some reason, but it shouldn't. It's set to 1 second. I don't know why that is. Okay, well now it's the same. See, I don't really like what we got going on. Like, we need fewer particles. We need a brighter blue color. I say we do like this blue, but less saturated. Like that. Then we just make it pretty transparent. So let's get rid of our color ramp business. So like that, but yeah, keep it very transparent. Get rid of that one. Okay, see what this looks like. It's maybe okay. I can make this look better. During the daytime, it's kind of hard to see, but then during night, it's like really, you know, crazy. I think it's just the shape of the water, maybe. It looks too much like steam because it looks like clouds. I think it needs to be more random, I guess, or like more broken up. Right. Don't actually make a bad shape here. I don't know if this will do it, but we'll try. Let's see, what else do I want to do? I think just overall they're probably a bit too big, so let's decrease their size. Maybe make the lifetime even shorter, but increase their speed. So it's like you're splashing into it instead of just like some steam emanating out. And then set their speed to 750 on the maximum. So we'll try that. Yeah, I could change the sound for when you go back in. Yeah, we could do like a depressurized hiss thing, yeah. Yeah, I can look around for one. Unless you've got like a specific one in mind and you want to do it. What's up, Dazrazer? Add a shader that takes texture color as vector direction from center of the particle screen offset, like the water shader you use. Okay. Could be interesting. I've never actually done particle shaders before, so I don't know if that would be difficult or not. Yeah, it could be interesting. I mean, we could even do the warping effect on the particles or something, right? I don't know. We'll look into that. I'm actually kind of happier with that, though, with like the less rounded water. That doesn't look too bad. It's just a little water effect that kind of says like, hey, you know, you're going into the water. So that's not too bad. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I also think the footsteps in here need to change. Doesn't make sense to walk on grass underwater on metal tiles, so let's work on that too. Let's go find a step. You know what? No. We're gonna make our own. That's a pretty easy sound to make, I feel like. So let's find a metal object. Oh, it's like a plasticky metal. Here, my water bottle. We'll do like a low gong and then speed it up. Maybe not that much of a gong, but let's try some stuff. I think that's it. Sorry if that's loud and annoying. Has like a little bit of reverb, but then when we pitch it down or up, we'll see. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Oops. Okay. So that's a decent one right there. Let's mess with it. Oh, there's no mark out. Okay. So what would it sound like pitched up? Okay, probably not pitched up. Let's mess with the EQ of it. Oh, it's getting hot. I had to open my window. Where's graphic? Graphic equalizer 10 bands. Sure. I'm a Premiere baby. How do I mess with the effects on just this? There we go. So maybe drop all the high-end stuff. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're walking on a metal grate. Lower some of that low-end stuff. Hear what I'm saying? Hear what I'm saying? It's better EQ with more visual thing. Yeah. It's okay. I already did it with this one, but okay, we don't need any of that. Maybe just a touch of that. That's like the majority of our sound. So you'll see in motion, like when the player's actually walking, this should sound like they're walking on like metal. I don't know why I didn't apply the effect right there. That was weird. Why does it do that? Is it... Wait, is it just actually like that, or...? No, it's just like the first time you play it, for some reason it does that. Okay. And then, I think I also need to add, like, a compressor to this. So let's do that. Just do a single band. Let's do... I'm stupid, don't know how to do anything. Voice leveler. I wonder why it gets louder toward the end. That's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know what I'm doing here. Does it actually get louder, or am I just stupid? There's like 2 notches. Why does it do that? So because the volume of the clip. Well, I don't have the compressor on anymore, and it still like sounds like it's doing it. So that's why I'm like, strange. How much water is in my water bottle? I'd say a little less than half. I mean, do I see anything in here? Not really. Let me get a exponential fade. I really don't know why that's not the default in Premiere, but thank you. Now record again. It probably won't be that much different. It might just be a little lower pitch, I think. I don't know, maybe my thing is weird. Probably set it up bad. It's like a weird click at the end. No, a fade is all I need, brother. Let's get a different sound. I think there was some noise in there. Like, I don't know which one I grabbed, but let's just do a different one. I think that's it. Sorry. We can probably do this last one. I don't see any extra noise, so hopefully we're fine. Let's try again. What was the thing that you were saying, Ace? There's a better equalizer. Which one is that? Or a better EQ, I mean? That's what it is, yeah. Well, it's not the graphic one, right? The simple parametric EQ? Yeah. Well, I can't, like, go into the menu? Not the simple one? Never mind. Just the parametric equalizer? Yeah. That's good. We can see where the sounds are. So there's definitely a peak up here. So that's the, like, reverb. So we can drop off all this high stuff. Same with, like, the ultra low stuff. I don't really want that. So I wonder where I want the most of the step. And then we can also pitch this around and mess with that too. But here, I don't need so many of these. Let's do. Can I delete these? Apparently not. Because I really just want that noise the most. Unless the high end. I wish I didn't have so many of these. Can I decrease the... Can I delete bands? I don't know. I mean, oh, you can turn them off. Let's go. I don't like that it's so, why does it do it like that? Oh, I just need to make this band wider. Yeah, the width needs to go up. Or down, I guess? Yeah. I think I want less of this stuff in here. Yeah. That would probably work okay, and then we can mess with the pitch maybe, and see what that's like. Pitch shifter. What? Oh, it's like doing all of the... That's really weird. We just have to do preserve duration. Is there an option for that? Because it's just me talking. Ratio? Oh. Alright, well that doesn't help us then. Cool. There is, I mean, the speed and duration stuff, but that's not really what I want. I mean, I guess that's how we could pitch it up and down. See, that's just way too high-pitched. We could try lowering it. That just sounds a little weird. I think this will work with the randomized pitch and stuff. I'm kind of curious as to what it's like if we throw this in right now and hear it, right? Let's get an exponential fade. Shorten it up a tad. Okay. Let's just export it and mess around with it. If you go back to your sound, do a render and replace. Oh, yeah. I guess we could do that, but yeah, it's fine. How long have we been streaming for? What time is it? Okay. So this is going to be metal footstep. Because I also have to keep in mind that in-game the pitch will be randomized, so it won't sound that bad or anything. So what I'm going to do for the player now, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to have different footstep groups. Footstep grass. Footstep metal. So... yeah, that should be fine. So for these, I guess we'll just do load, res, sounds, sound effects. We have step grass for that one, and then footstep metal, it'll be step metal. And let's go add it in. Really easy to replace this. I just want to see what this sounds like so we have a little bit of a frame of reference. Where is it? I think I call it footstep metal. My computer does an absolutely terrible job sorting by date. I don't know why. But whenever I do it, it just takes forever for it to actually sort. Metal footstep, there it is. And then we could even do a new one for the dungeons, because that one's always been the same as the grass noise, but I don't think that's, you know, good. I think we could do a stone one. And I'm making these arrays so that later on, if I want to add more variants, I can. So yeah. So that should be pretty much it. I'm just going to go down to our floor, check floor, and then if we go underwater here, I'm going to set our step.stream to step grass. Pick random. But then if we're underwater, or so if we go inside, that'll be footstep metal. So we'll try that. Now we're gonna have to relaunch the game because it adds in new arrays and stuff. What's up, RGB Productions? Are you being asked if I tempt fate? I don't know. You'll have to see for yourself, I guess. Nah, those are they're called chance shrines. So basically, it's find out once I explore more of the dungeon. Yeah. Well, I can yeah. Do you tempt fate? I don't know. Tell me if you want spoilers or not. I can let you figure. You know, try it out for yourself, or I can explain to you what they do. So N45H, thank you for following. Okay, we're on grass here. Not on your own? Yeah, do it up. Can't hear anything. Well, I'm gonna pause the music. Oh, right. The footsteps get pitch scaled up in game. I was like, why does it sound so stupid? It's because when you step in game, it pitches it up. I'm pretty sure. Does it not? Maybe it pitches it. Does it just sound that stupid? It's too loud? I can barely hear it. Is that too loud? Okay, just making sure. Yeah, because it's pretty quiet. And for some reason it just sounds really goofy. We gotta like pitch it down. I don't know why it sounds so stupid. Generally love your game style, looks really nice. I appreciate it, thanks, yeah. Yeah, I always just wanted to keep the style of this game really simple, so it's easy to draw and stuff, you know. I guess we need more bass? Oh man. Cheese time, let's go. Oh, and hydrated. I had my volume super loud, so cheese time obliterated me. Let's also add some gain to this. Sorry if it's loud. I'm gonna wait until I can turn down desktop audio. Alright, let's turn down desktop audio. Alright, I was like, I hear a little bit of clicking, but I can just lower the... Keep messing with this, but if we can't get it to sound right, then we'll just figure something else out. So let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't sound stupid now. So this is step_metal. Yeah. Oh, didn't mean to click on that one. Step metal. Let's try that. Let's relaunch the game and get Spotify playing again. Okay. I'm sure there's good sound effects for this on Freesound, but I don't want it Freesound to have to be a crutch for me all the time. You know, I want to be able to make our own sounds, but you know, they have metal footsteps here, so, and I'm sure we could find one in here. You know, like that. That's pretty good. Or that one. I actually kind of like that one. But let's try our thing again. Yeah, I know there's a bunch, but I just want to spend a little bit of time trying to make our own, you know. What is it? Step metal. There it is. And if this one is still stupid, we'll use one on Freesound, and that'll be the final. I mean, I guess there's no shame in taking advantage of a good resource. It's gonna sound stupid still, probably, but it's okay. Freesound is here. What was the one I liked? Well, that one's good, but it's like I can't isolate those steps because there's so much reverb. Those are crunchy steps. Like, that could work too. Just that the thin metal sound, we could pitch it down and stuff to be more of a step. So, that's probably what we'll do. I guess I'll just start the download now. I have a feeling this is still going to sound stupid. Why does it sound like that? Did I, like, type in something wrong? Like what did I do? It sounds like a xylophone. Like I don't know what I did wrong, but let's just let's stop messing around. I guess it's just different when it's quiet versus loud. We'll just do this one. Oh, the chance shrine, you found two of them, yeah. Nah, there's just two. That's why it's a chance shrine. It's just, it's a 50-50 chance whether you get the good or bad ending. So, yeah. But I'll probably add more stuff like that in the future. Wonder if I can change my default transition on here to be exponential fade, but I don't know. Now, this might not sound very good either. It's going to be tricky to get metal to sound exactly right with how fast the player steps. So we'll see. If it sounds too tinny, then we can always pitch it down. I do kind of hate how much of a process it is to export this stuff, but it's okay. Another one? Yeah. I guess they're pretty common. Yes, I would like to replace it. Let's try this one. To relaunch the game. Okay. I don't know why that one still shows that. I know it's a different sprite now. So it should sound a little bit more like metal, I hope. I just hope it doesn't sound too musical. It's really easy for that to accidentally happen. Okay. It's not terrible. I think it might help a bit to have another variant of this sound, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna pause Spotify just for minutes so I can like really hear this, you know. It's not bad. There's maybe a spot in here where there's just a little bit of like a click that I'd like to eliminate. So maybe we can EQ that specific thing out. I don't know where it is, you know. We'll have to see. It's ultra quiet. Here, can I just like... I wish I could like solo these. Just disable all the other ones except that one, maybe. See, it's like a pretty high pitch frequency where it's doing it. Yeah, so I think we just need to drop off the end there. The highs. Maybe even bring this over. Yeah, let's try that. And I think this will work. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. There's other things we got to do. So waveform audio, step metal. Okay. Let's load back in. Spotify, activate. Ooh. Did it export? Did. Oh, there it is. Actually, let's refresh though, make sure it is the new sound. Windows is weird, man. So we'll go from this to, once it loads in, come on, to, yeah, it just helps with that little bit of high-pitched clicking. Okay. All right. I think that's done. And we'll probably also do a stone step, but I'm not going to mess with that right now. We'll do that later. Because I can have another thing in here that checks for whether the player's in the, like, what kind of tiles underneath, right? So. Okay. So guess what's next for our underwater ventures? We have uranium. I do want to set up a way so that we can grind uranium into powder. So we'll probably get started on that. Yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Gets the job done. Makes it sound like metal. We need to stop these from spawning on here, because that's kind of not good. So let's figure that out. So yeah, inside of our multiplayer setup, we just had to check, like, in our create resources script. So what this does is I'm pretty sure it gets a tile map. Yes, if tile map. It gets the current tile map of where it's being spawned and all that business. So let's see here. So it's spawning in. It's basically saying I can't find the tile. Spawn in the Gemtopia resources. So I need to change that. Tile, I think, yeah, is this. It's like, or not tile. Tile map is the wrong one here. Right? So I need to change that. Now, where do I reference tile map? Is that just in, I do that in create world. Okay. I guess I'll just have multiple references to this. We'll have tile map and then tile map gem. And let's go down to our create resources. So var tile map. We'll just call this selected tile map. If region ID is Gemtopia, then we're going to say selected tile map is equal to tile map gem, else selected tile map is equal to tile map. So I'm going to change all this stuff from tile map into selected tile map. Or tile map, 15 matches in here. Selection only, replace it with selected tile map. Make sure it matches case. I wish it would show me where those matches are. Okay, I see. So let's replace that one. Let's replace that one. And that one. And that one. And that should be it. So this one we're also going to do tile map is that, but then tile map gem is going to be tiles gem. Like that. So now it should use the proper tile map on these regions and create resources. So hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Percy Dev, thank you. All right. Let's try this out. So now down here, it's actually going to find the tile. So we're going to change that. So if we are on Gemtopia, create, otherwise do the other one. Then here I only wanted to spawn if we're on region Viridian. Until you get the 0.1 chance for the to spawn the boss instantly. That's a good idea. I should add that actually. Alright, so these resources should spawn correctly now. So yeah. So I have to make it so that if it finds the tile, so instead of sell tile data, I'll probably do, come on. Let me do it, please. Okay, it's because selected, yeah. Let's fix that. Do it. Maybe I will. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Okay, so gets cell tile data. I don't think that passes back. I mean, maybe it passes back like custom data. But I don't think so. Ooh, get custom data? Returns the custom data value for custom data layer named layer name. So returns a variant. So maybe that's what we can do. We're figuring out what these tiles are. So on our tiles, I'm actually going to mark these as like being do not spawn, you know. So we're going to add a custom data layer. This is going to be artificial. So type is bool. Yeah, so now we can set it. So let's do that. I tempt fate. So artificial, we're gonna say it's off by default on all these, which is good. We're gonna say it's on for these. So if it is on one of these tiles, it will not spawn resources anymore. I also have to make sure that it's set up for the other ones properly also. I think it should be, since this is the same. It's not the same custom data layer. Okay. I'll add it here too. Because I presume at some point we're going to want to do, oops, it's a bool. Different tiles that you can put down to stop resource spawning. So let's go back in here. Now we are going to say, instead of just if tile, right? We will still do if tile, but we're also going to do another check. So if tile and tile dot get custom data, and the layer name is artificial. So as long as that's false, because you know, if it's true, that means it's artificial and we don't want it to spawn. So hopefully that should work. I've never messed with custom data layers, but they are actually really helpful for things like this. So you can even use custom data layers for things like resources, resource nodes, right? You could have like a number attached to a resource spot. That's like the number of resources left in that region. Obviously, Starground doesn't really use that system for mining, but I could see for other games, though, that could be a good method. Ooh. Don't want to hurt my back again. What is this? Oh, right. There's times where object is just nothing. Right? So we're going to say if object. Right, so just to confirm, it should still be spawning resources around here as normal. Looks like I see him. I think. Yeah, there's one. So yeah, that's good. But then as soon as we go to this other place, they should not spawn inside anymore. That should be strictly prohibited. So we could just wait around and make sure that doesn't happen. But I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. It's funny that I can mine from outside like that. And also pick items up from like that. I guess I'll set this up as my base. Actually, I think I'll do another little temporary base somewhere here. As like my little housing structure until I like build a real factory. Right, this will just be sort of where I store my stuff and like it'll be my little private domicile. Pump in the corner. I have to depressurize it. There we go. I need brick. Just gonna store some goodies here. You know, home away from home type of thing. Get all those items. There we go. Alright. 99. It's insane. Yeah, I wonder what I'm going to set as the default beginning size. Probably just 500 or something small. 100 would be pretty limited, I would imagine. It is a lot of stone. I may have used the /give command, possibly. Just like that. But no promises. It's over 9. Starground. What resource do I want? Well, it's something that's really hard. Dreadcap trophy. Look how many times I've killed Dreadcap, dude. Whoa, why is it just not decreasing? Wait, how many did I give myself? I give myself 9,999. But it's like I just can't. It's too big. Uh-oh. Did I just give myself like an infinite item? That's actually gonna freaking suck. You kidding me right now? Okay. This is what I get for cheating. I don't know how to... A nuke does not destroy items, unfortunately. Well, let's figure out what's actually happening and like why this is broken, because this is not intended behavior, you know? Does the crusher delete items? It might. Or the thumper. We could try that if this doesn't work, but let's see what we can do. I'm gonna see if it's just an issue with like picking up items from the player, right? Because when it's close to the player, it'll do right, if it's less than collect distance dot add item. If gone. Ooh. So does that mean anything? I see, I see. So the only way you can fully pick up an item like this is if your inventory is empty. So we actually have to change that behavior, because that's actually just a bug. Right? So in our inventory component, when we do add item, I believe it should return something. I know there's one in here where it's like it checks how many items get removed or something. It's not get item, not find item. Check item. Yeah, I don't think there's a clear command, but I don't know. Get item. Yeah, I can't do that. But gone should be that. So, okay. When we do add item, we loop through and then we say if it's less than stack size. Otherwise, we do the difference. But then we set the old inventory back to what it should be. Like item.amount minus difference, right? So I wonder why it doesn't work here. So we add it. It should delete the, our data. Should say data.amount minus whatever, right? I'm just gonna print that, right? Data.amount. Then in here, we're gonna see what it says in here when we pick up items. Oh, it actually shows the correct amount in here. It shows 3,000. Okay, so that's definitely weird. I guess it's a visual thing then. So I'm just going to take all these items out, turn it into 99 stacks. Still shows 9,999. Okay. So it's just a visual thing. That's what it is. So I guess every time that we have to do this, so we're going to say if gone, do that stuff. Otherwise, we have to update our quantity on the item. So basically we just, but isn't that in process? I guess it's not in process anymore. But yeah, that's all we had to do. Now it should be fixed, so. Well, I'm glad it wasn't actually like a real issue. It's just kind of a weird internal thing. Alright, so I would like to build a shredder to get rid of all these stupid items. Let's see what we can manage here. I don't have any gears, but luckily give Starground gear 10. Let's build a shredder. I need copper wire. I'm pretty sure I have some down here. Yeah. So we're just gonna start shredding. I'm gonna put a big chest on here and just let it do its thing forever. I need stone brick. Shoot, you know what? We should do a vault. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll store all our Dreadcap trophies in here. I didn't know this was going to be such a problem, but it's okay. Now, I guess the issue down here is power. I guess I'll just do a burner and then pipe in a bunch of resources. So I'm out of stone brick. So this, we just need to put a bunch of fuel in. So I'm gonna /give Starground fuel cell 1000. Just like that. Now this is gonna keep shredding our trophies over time. Oh my god. It's gonna take a long time for it to shred all the trophies though. Why have I done this? All right, we're settled. Now we wait 1,000 years. But it's got a lot of fuel in here, so I think it'll last quite a while. We can actually calculate how much 1,000 fuel would last. Right. Because they each take 96 seconds, so 1,000 times 96 is that many seconds divided by 60. That's that many minutes divided by 60 again. 26 hours of fuel in here. Not bad. All right. Cool. And it looks like the resource spawning stuff is working really well. I don't see any resources spawning inside of these regions, even though it definitely should have by now. So that's good to see. I think I might also disable this button when a place has already been pressurized, just because it's like another little help and aid for like making it obvious that a room's pressurized when you're in the menu. So let's do that. So in here, we're just going to say button dot disabled equals true. Otherwise, button dot disabled is false. So now we can't pressurize anymore because it's already pressurized. Good. It's funny how the water makes nighttime so much darker. Wonder why that is. But like we broke this pump or something in here, then it's like, pressurize, yeah. So I'll probably give this something happening with the pump. Well, I think we can do an animation for that. Shouldn't be very complicated or anything. I'm thinking just like a, I don't know, 3-frame animation. 102. Okay, I did everything bad. Tell me what to do. I'd rather listen to them overview. All right, so for the pipe, I'm gonna make it like, you know, expand out like we usually do for this stuff. Okay. And same with the bottom ones here. The axe is sharp, but I know I ain't. Looks like we have a little bit of outline on here. Like that. And then this is just going to go middle, up, middle, so it'll be like it's pumping. So this will go down right here. Copy those ones. And it looks like we might actually be able to see the outline thing here. Then this one, I'll just have go all the way down. So let's see, that one's like darker there. Okay. Oops. 34. Yeah, so you get the idea. Obviously, this one isn't animated yet, so that's why it looks odd. Now this is just a mirror image here, so I'll probably just copy this over so I don't have to animate it. Just like that. And then I'll get rid of all the extra bits on here, but yeah. Layers, flip horizontal, so that should be in the right spot, and then this one. Layers, flip horizontal. Needs to be moved over. Okay. So let's merge those, hide them. Delete all the red stuff. Just clear up the rest. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just kind of a rough thing anyways. But we'll just get it a little cleaned up. Just like that. Now these outlines I'm going to have to fix, like that one. Same with that one. Okay. See what this looks like. So I think the pipes look good. The top could use a little bit of a better animation. I guess we could do this as a 4-frame. It's 34 times 4. 36. Just so that we can have this kind of alternate back and forth with this one right here. So now it'll look like this. Now, obviously, we don't want it to look like the pipes are going up and down. So the first one we're just going to replace with our default sprite for our pressure pump. Just like that. And just copy the top of this one. Okay. So that's 4 frames. FPS would probably be a little lower. Yeah. Now maybe I should inverse the animation. I'm just trying to think of like how this would work. So the water should go down, really. Yeah, so let's do this. We're going to shift these two over to right there. Actually, I screwed it up. I moved it down. So shift those ones over. We're going to shift this one over. I'm just thinking in terms of what makes sense. So the water would like come up from here. So we start with that one. Then these two need to swap. I want it to be like it's pushing water down into these pipes, right? So I think this will just look a little more intuitive. Yeah. So that'll work. Pressure pump working. It'll just help to make this building look less static and boring. So pressure pump. Let's grab that. Main sprites. We're gonna just have rename this to just idle, and then active. So active, we're gonna get our sprites, pump, pressure pump. So Mr. Fantastic, what's up? Why Godot? Yeah, there's a lot of good reasons. I think initially it just started off as being I just wanted to try it out, right? I wanted to try Godot and see what it was all about. But I think at a certain point doing Godot, I realized I just love the engine so much that like, well, I'm just going to keep using it. I'm going to make this like a full project, you know? Because Starground started out just being an experiment, really. Like, that's all it was. I wasn't ever really going to make Starground to a full game, at least initially, but I just decided over time, like, you know, there's actually, maybe I could make this a real game, so. But there's a lot of good reasons. I like how light the engine is. Godot is very, nice. It's just like, it boots up quick, it loads your game quick, and that's something that I really struggled with using Unity. And sorry, give me 1 second here. This will just be in process. It's that, and it's also just that Godot can do everything I need, which is really great, right? It can do multiplayer, it can do 3D, it can do 2D, it can do it all. So that was another big thing for me where I was like, okay. Yeah, and it's open source, right? That's another thing too. That was yeah, another definitely big part of it, of why I even tried Godot in the first place, was like with the whole Unity thing, I wanted an engine that I'm not going to get screwed over on. Nothing wrong with Unity, of course. I'm not like a Unity hater, but if something ever were to happen with Unity, I can't do anything about it, right? With Godot, since it's open source, it's just a matter of I'm just going to branch off the, you know, the engine and make my own engine or whatever, right? So I always have that like option of just sticking with what Godot was. Not that that would ever happen. It's a community ran thing, so you can't really even ever do something really bad like that. But I just like knowing for certain that the engine I'm using in the game in that engine isn't gonna one day be screwed over, right? So that's definitely an important part of it for me. But yeah, I've really enjoyed Godot. I think it's a really great engine, so I recommend people try it out. Of course, you know, there's pros and cons to every engine. I'm not going to pretend that Godot is a perfect engine. There's still a lot of issues with Godot. Some of the things I run into occasionally is it can slow down with a lot of tabs for no reason. I mean, of course you can just close them out. It's not a big deal. But yeah. So there's pros and cons. Hey, what's up? Generic B, how's it going? Yeah, game progress is going good. I am working on a whole new zone for the game. So I can show off what we've got for that right now. It's still pretty early in the process, but it's going good though. It's just going to be a whole nother area that you can automate in and build a new factory, essentially. So let me load things up. Yeah, other than that, we've been just kind of... I fixed a small issue with like the item stacking, just random stuff. But yeah, so it's not called Gemtopia anymore. It's called Tyria, is the new planet that you can travel to. So the whole idea with this planet is that it's underwater. So the process of this is that you build these like bases with these pressure walls and airlocks. And that lets you build the machines that are typically not waterproof inside of these little enclosed areas. So like something like a burner, well, obviously that wouldn't work very well underwater. So yeah, hence the reason to have to enclose these areas. But yeah, it's going good. I have a cobalt ore here now and uranium. I haven't programmed in all the stuff to actually process those yet, but pretty soon I think I'll be able to do that, which is good. And yeah, there's just basalt. This is just stone. So yeah, it's going really good. There's these airlocks you can place down and enter through to get back inside. So these are the pressure pumps. These are essentially just a building so that you can like place it down in a region like this and pressurize it, right? I have it set up so that, like, for example, if you lost pressure in a room or broke the wall, then, well, the whole thing turns back to water. It would be cool if I had a cooler effect for when that happens, but I don't know. It would be a lot of work. I think there's a lot of things I need to focus on right now, so I'm going to do those first, but yeah. Then you can place it back down and repressurize, so... Yeah, it's going good though. I think the plan for this update launch is going to be December 9th now, so I don't have a ton of time to get everything ready to go, but this has only been maybe I don't know, less than a week of progress. So I'd say it's going pretty good. So you like the subtle water wavy effect? Yeah, I think that really just helps us sell the underwater vibe. Of course, I'm going to add like plants and stuff down here. I kind of want the appearance of this biome to be sort of like a coral reef. The whole idea with this planet is that it's all like minerals, so gems and ores and stone and metal. There's going to be no organic life here, but there will be life. We're going to do inorganic creatures, so they're going to be like plants and animals made out of minerals and stone. So I guess they won't be alive in the traditional sense, but they they sort of will be. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting as we forge. Yeah, it's definitely a big inspiration for everything, for sure. So yeah, things are going good. It's just a matter of grinding things out. Yeah, this animation, I just did this. I think it looks okay. There's one thing I would change, though, which is offsetting the position of the pump on top. I think it would be better if it was... So maybe making it a little slower, like 8 FPS. So I think on the frame right before this is where I want it to go down. So I want it to go down over here. So I'm going to have to shift those to the left, and then shift that one to the right. So I'm going to do that. It would just, I think, look a little better. It would look like it's like pushing the water down into the pipes. Right now it's just opposite, and so sometimes it looks a little back and forthy, kind of weird. So yeah, I'm going to change that. So let's try this out. Hopefully that should look a little better. So, general game design question for you. You've obviously organized this game to be modular and flexible. You're able to add new planets, machines smoothly. How in the world do you plan that out? Yeah. It's not easy. It's honestly, a lot of it has been refactoring, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I'm building a really simple Twitch overlay game, but find myself in spaghetti code hell. Yeah. Organization is always really difficult. I think it's one of the, like, and just planning is one of the biggest challenges with programming, because that's what it's all about. Like, the actual code doesn't really mean much. What really is real with programming is, like, the structure of this code. You know, and that's what kind of separates a good programmer from a bad one, is how can you plan out these systems like this? When starting this out, I didn't really do a very good job of that, if I'm being completely honest. A lot of the code in the game was very, very spaghettied. It was kind of a mess. A lot of my time spent working on this game has been going back and fixing those systems. But there's definitely some things that you can kind of use to help. One thing that I've been doing recently, which has been kind of necessary for modding and stuff like that, are these data tables. So everything inside the game has an ID attached to it. So for example, every single item in the game, it has this stuff. It has this ID list. So it really helps with just routine processes like moving items around or collecting items, breaking buildings, because I can just reference the data attached to that ID. That kind of system isn't necessary for every game. Like things that don't have items and stuff like that, or individual objects, don't need that. But for something like this, it's pretty helpful. Because now what I can do is say, okay, I'm gonna have an item in here, wood. So I can apply different data to these items. So I can say, okay, I want wood to have a fuel tag. So it's essentially like a tagging system. So wood now has 6 seconds of fuel time and stuff like that. Or say I want something to be a weapon, I can apply a damage tag or a cooldown tag. So it essentially just lets me kind of change these items without messing up people's saves, and just in a really easy, convenient way that's applicable everywhere else. So we have quite a few of these tables. There's item tables. There's also like building tables right here. And this has a list of all the buildings. This defines just random stuff, you know, like the name and the path to the building and all that stuff. So I found this way of structuring things to be very effective, because say I want to add in a new building, it's just a matter of copying this and pasting a new one in and just changing all the stats here, right? So I also have this like tied in to automatically show these buildings in the building menu and stuff like that. So the more ways you can make your life convenient, the better, right? I used to have it where I would go through here and have to add in all of these buttons manually and set up all the code and stuff, and it was very terrible and slow. So having like a centralized spot for information about stuff is really nice, because now I can say, okay, well, just link it to our buildings table and automatically create these buttons. So I think a part of good design is programming in ways to save yourself time. Cut out the redundant things that you do multiple times and change it into something that automatically does it for you. That's been the thing that has saved me so much time, right? And why I'm able to just throw in and add new regions and stuff like this so fast. So it's basically like a JSON file with that data, and then your code just says, yeah, run through every element of this JSON file and do things with it. Essentially, yeah, it's just like I don't actually change any of this stuff in here, essentially. So all this stuff stays the same throughout the entire game. This is sort of like a reference for everything else. So it just acts, yeah, like just a JSON, like just a storage of data in a very convenient and accessible way. So yeah, technically you could have all this data like in just the object or in the script by itself, but by having it centralized like this, it's so much easier to do things, because I can copy this. But another thing too that I have a part of these is like defaults. And this is just another way that I save on time with this stuff. So a lot of buildings won't mess with all the tags. So instead of having to define every single tag in every single building, I just list out what I want them to be by default. And then in here, if I do put the tag, it overrides what it is in here. So like, it means that I can create a building with just like a few tags, like just these tags, and then everything else is automatically filled out. So it's very, very convenient. I like this way of planning out or like building data and stuff like this. And this could be applied to a lot of things, right? I mean, maybe it's not an items table, but maybe you have like enemy effects in your game. And I have that here too. So this is, I just define an ID and then the resource that is attached to the effect. And then this does stuff on an entity. And along with all these tables and stuff, I have all these helper functions. So inside of the mod API script, there's functions to kind of directly reference and interact with these things. So stuff like, let's see, what's a good example? Choose weighted loot. That's a function that anybody can call with mods or just base game. And all you have to do to get a loot table is just pass in its ID, right? So it's just all those tiny little optimizations of like, all I have to do now if I want to get a like call a loot table is global dot choose weighted loot, the loot ID, so it's like Starground loot resources or something, and that'll just return a random one with the weighted information that I set. So inside of the loot table, like this is what this is. So these all have IDs, and I can just call that and then return whatever is in here. So yeah, I think this is a good way of doing it. Now, I never figured this out from the beginning. I think spaghetti in games and programming is just kind of inevitable in the beginning. Yeah, right, like that's exactly the thing, yeah. Yeah, like try your best to organize, but, you know, the whole part of it for me is learning things as I go. I didn't know this was the best way to do it. You know, I had no idea. I didn't plan any of this stuff out from the beginning. In the beginning, all of the items were just like their own little bits of data. Like they weren't connected in any way. And so it was a really big problem because say I have like an item that has a name, right? So this is my item and this has the name Stone. If I want to change the name, I've now just corrupted every single save that has Stone in it. So say I want to now call it Rock, game's broken. All of these ones that were like once called Stone, now it's going to be looking for Rock, and so these items just all disappear. So there's a lot of, that's like one of the big reasons why I swapped over, or like how I found these better solutions is just these issues I ran into. So now with the ID system, like how I have it, it's like I can easily change this over to Rock and it doesn't cause any issues. So, yeah. Yeah, refactoring, I know it sucks and it's boring and no one really wants to sit there and refactor their game, but sometimes you've got to wade through the technical debt and clean things up. Because even though it takes time to do that, every hour you spend refactoring eventually will probably save you 10, right? So that's the game of programming, really. So yeah, I would just keep everything like minimize code wherever you can. And that's if just as a general rule of thumb, if you're starting a new project and having issues, like if you add in an item or an enemy or anything, assume that you're going to use it in other places multiple times, right? So even though your initial plan might be, I'm just going to have this one type of object over here that can do this one specific thing, you're probably going to have to use it again somewhere else eventually. Plans change, so it's all just about adapting your code to your new plans and making sure that it works. So, but yeah, that's what I'd say. Unfortunately, no easy way to just magically plan everything out from the beginning, but definitely spend the time to just think about it and like, oh no, you're fine at all. It's fine. We're just messing around. I'm not really doing anything right now. I think I was just gonna throw in this new animation, but yeah. It's just a learning process. I've learned so much working on Starground. It's pretty crazy, you know. So yeah, just keep messing with stuff until it works how you want it to. Actually, this is weird because that's down there. I guess this is how I want it. Yeah. Oops, wait, let me decompress it. There we go. Yeah, welcome back, Oshik. And also, Adagon, what's up? But yeah, I'm always happy to answer questions about stuff. Don't ever worry about derailing. I'm happy to help. I think it's really helpful to ask other people questions about Godot. You know, I always do that all the time when I raid out and stuff. Especially for people that are playing... making 3D games, because 3D is definitely something that I know I'm going to want to do probably next. But honestly, I just don't know much about it. So I always try to ask about things like that. And I think it's really helpful. Just like stuff about like, how do you animate 3D, like what is an animation tree, like how does that work, and just random questions about that stuff. And I think it's always a good thing to kind of you know, have a mutual environment for asking questions about that kind of stuff. 4D game, that'd be crazy. I don't know how people wrap their heads around 4D game development. I mean, there's some people that do that. There's like that 4D Minecraft kind of game, and then there's the 4D golf game. That's just insane to me. So, scared to death of 3D. I kind of am too. I mean, I've messed with 3D a little bit in Unity, but I did not have a very good time. I've done 2D the whole time, basically, that I've been making games. I started with 2D stuff in Game Maker when I was like 12, maybe even younger than that. I can't remember when exactly how old I was, and that's like I just did 2D stuff. So 3D stuff I just haven't really messed with very much. I'm very used to 2D and how all that works with depth ordering, but yeah, 3D is a little scary. I think the thing that's hard with 3D is just the time to model everything. I'm very fast with drawing 2D sprites like this now. For me to draw a sprite, it might be a maximum of, depending on the size, of course, but like I can throw out a sprite like this in 5 minutes. With 3D, if I wanted to model a machine like this in 3D, this would take me like hours, to do all the pipes. And of course, it's the same with just 2D drawing. I'm sure it's just a matter of experience of doing more 3D models and getting used to it. But I don't know. That seems like the biggest constraint for me, at least. Now, the one thing that is nice in 3D, I will say, is animation. Because you just have to do keyframes. You don't have to redraw everything. But, yeah. I've done a 3D game once, never again. These couple of years. That's totally fair, yeah. It's not easy. Yeah, I am a little scared of 3D. But, I don't know. I do want to explore it, though. One thing with me in game development is, like, I do want to challenge myself, and that's part of why I did Starground. Even though it's really hard, and maybe it's not, it would be more fun to do something easier. I want to make sure that, like, I'm building up experience, Also, DBSable. DBSable. Thank you for the follow. It's a good username. But yeah, Starground for me, one of my big goals is just learning how to do multiplayer, and so it's definitely been good with that. I've learned a lot about how to do multiplayer, so I'm happy with how that's all turned out. It's great because now multiplayer isn't this big scary concept to me. It used to always just be out of my reach, something that I'm just never really going to be able to do. But now it's like totally attainable. If I want to do another multiplayer game in the future, then it's not this massive intimidating thing. And I think that's going to be the same process for me with 3D. It's not going to be easy initially, but I think over time it's going to get... I'm just going to get a lot more used to it, and it won't be so scary anymore. Because, I've got to think long term. Like, I'm pretty young, relatively. So I want to start branching out now while the risk is low, It's not like I have a family and kids to worry about. Like, even if I'm not bringing in any money, it doesn't really matter. So now's the time to mess around and experiment and get my bad juice out of my system. Get better at the stuff now so that later on I can be more serious and just have more experience and do a better job, right? That's the plan anyways. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I can make cooler stuff in the future. Not that Starground's uncool, but, I feel like I could make something more refined, right? So I'm also just going to create a bunch of little tiny variations for these tiles. I don't want them to be too different, like, because I don't want them to get noisy and annoying, but I do want, like, some different, just a couple variations. Like maybe one has a vent or something. But just like a pretty minor vent. And then let me break all this other garbage. Yeah, let me try this out. Just want to see what this would look like. Now, I think for floor tiles, I'm going to have to, I'm pretty sure before I said vector 09. Oops, I said vector 209. And where did I do that at? Did it go back into the... Yeah, it did. Hate how it does that. It went back into the other script that I wasn't even in anymore. Okay, so here we're going to say floor... Oh, we have two different ones. I guess we'll just call it artificial tiles. Alright, so that should randomly place down these tiles now when we do... I'll just break this pump so we can test it. And then let's put it down again. Oh, right, it's not going to do it until we actually load the sprite. So let's save this and get back in. One day I will understand 4D. I wish you luck. 4D, to me, just gets extremely hard because it's beyond our, like, intellectual understanding. It's not something you can visualize in your head. You know, with the 3D object, you can, like, rotate it and, like, imagine the shape of the object. But 4D is, like, I don't know. How the heck do you do that? So we have an ad going. I didn't realize. Let's wait for that. Okay, so that's what they look like now. Not quite what I want, but approaching. I think it's way too noisy. I mean, I kind of like the vent thing like that, but maybe like, instead of these diagonal ones, we do like a mesh. Like, kind of like this. Can't believe I got the spacing perfect first try. Thought I was gonna have to redo it again. Yeah, that worked out perfect. What? Something like that might look okay. Instead of all the diagonal bits. Maybe we even go smaller with the vent. Like, I want it to be pretty minimal. Yeah, ad's over. Sorry about that. Like, that looks pretty good. But this one is just nothing, so I want to add, like, some kind of shape to this one. Hey! Mystical Cell, what's up? Thank you so much for the resub. Here, let me activate... confetti. Let's go. Thank you very much. How's it going? How are things? Yeah, it's epic. I really appreciate it. I am just working on tile variations right now for our new underwater zone. Just trying to think of... I guess we have that one. We could do that one. That'll work. Yeah, I'll stop killing the stream with confetti. Yeah, 3 months. That's epic, though. I really appreciate it. Alright, let's close out of the game again. We can also add more artificial tiles just to offset the noise of the more detailed ones. So we could do like 3 more if we want. It would be pretty easy to add that on. Tired, work was kind of last week was terrible, but now we chilling. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm kind of ready to relax on Monday and Tuesday. Been grinding out a lot of Starground time recently. all the streams and stuff. But yeah, it'll be nice for a little bit of a break for once. The thing that always like really burns me out is when I have stuff to do on my break days. Because, you know, I spend all day, like the whole weekend streaming and stuff. And I actually really like how that looks, I think, with the mesh. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, mesh looks good to me. I think we'll keep that. It adds like a nice little bit of like a breakup. It looks good though. But yeah, I stream on weekend, and so the weekend really isn't my break time. That's like my work time. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, basically all the days I'm not streaming is when I can finally relax a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited to I don't know, play some games, watch YouTube, and just not work for a minute. Yeah, game development it's not like you get this like break period, you know. It's like I work during the week and break during the weekend. I mean, most of the time it's just kind of constant work, which can get really can kind of be tiring sometimes, but yeah. Because there's no like clear distinction between the two periods a lot of the time, because it's like, oh, someone has a bug and so I spend all Monday working on it, and it's like, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot more we have to do with this. We're gonna have to go through all these machines and define their like behavior for when they're underwater. Yeah, so we're gonna have to add another tag to our buildings that's waterproof, the waterproof tag, and then we can say which buildings work underwater. Like stuff like this, the shredder, I definitely don't want working underwater. Same with like the burner. Really anything that uses fuel should not work underwater. So I have Thursday and Saturday off, but I have stuff to do on those days and just get called in. Yeah, that's kind of how it is with game dev in a way. I mean, I guess every job has that, right? But it's not like I get an allotted like I don't get vacation time though. I mean, I guess I can just decide whenever I want to go on vacation, so there's that too. But every time I take time off, that's you know, lowering my income, so that's what kind of sucks. But yeah, we work to earn the right to work, to earn the right to work, to earn the right to yeah. The rat race, as I labeled it in that one video. But I guess the alternative is worse. Being homeless. Yeah, that wouldn't be very fun. No computers. If I didn't have a computer, I would be the saddest man on earth, I think. I don't know what I would do without a computer. I mean, it's basically technology is my whole life. Unfortunately. There we go. It doesn't do that flicker now. But it's okay. This tech is too cool, man. I like my tech. What can I say? And they say it's addictive. It is. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. I think it's okay. I think it's only a major problem when it completely consumes your life. I mean, yeah, I spend a lot of time online and gaming, but I also spend a lot of time with family and stuff off of the internet. So it's not like it's the only thing I'm ever doing. So I think it's okay. But I think when it becomes like and also the things I'm doing are productive. It's not like I'm just wasting my time. That's another big part of it, I would say. Like, somebody that has like a gaming addiction where it's like, I can't stop playing League of Legends. I feel like that's when it's more of a problem, because you're not doing anything productive with your time. Like if it's your job, then I don't think using the internet a lot is a big deal, you know. But yeah, if you're just using it to play League of Legends all day, then I think that's, you know. I also hate League of Legends, but You know, some people do like it. I don't know how it's fun, but good for them. I think it's also a problem when like you spend a lot of money on games. Like I'm talking about exuberant like gambling, where it's like I'll drop like $500 on skins for this one random game and then do it again next week. That's not good. I think everyone could agree that's kind of bad for people. So it's funny that you can like do these weird shapes. I like playing Orn. What is that? Do I need to look this up? Oh, he's a character in League of Legends. Okay. Well, you do you. I freaking hate League of Legends. I tried it before, and it's just not it. I just can't do it. After a day of it, I'm just done. I think I played it like one time. I'd install a bunch of garbage software on my computer with the anti-cheat, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm never playing this game again. So. Yeah, I do need to handle these scenarios with these like inner sections like this. And we can make it work, it's just we have to figure out how. So the problem is what's happening is when I place this down, it doesn't know that this region isn't a part of it anymore. Now it does work when I clear out the pump and then repressurize, and now that's intended. But if it's already been pressurized like this scenario and then I place a wall to block it off, then it becomes an issue. So there's two ways I could deal with that. I could essentially say whenever I place a wall, it recalculates the pump stuff, and that would work okay. I don't know what the other option would even be, if I'm being honest. Just leave it, let it happen. But then the problem is this. So say well, I guess that doesn't work, does it? I don't know, maybe it's okay. I'm trying to think of a way I could break it, essentially, right? Like maybe I block it off of the wall like that. But see, if I break it, it's probably going to do that. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah. I'll let people do it because it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess there is one case where it matters. I've just discovered it. Okay, so this is where it becomes a problem. Let me show you guys. So this region out here, that's just open to the world. So we're going to do this. We're going to pressurize it. But now we do this. We close it off like that. Now the problem is that we can come around and open this. So this region is pressurized, but it's out in the open. Right? So that doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense. So we have to kind of fix that, I feel like. I don't know how we're going to fix it, but I think we need to. It also causes issues for this. So watch this. New problem exposed. We do another pump in here, right? Normal, pressurized. But now we go into here and break the pump. Watch. Didn't actually do it. I thought it would set these back to regular tiles. I'm surprised it didn't. So I don't know how that works. Very interesting. Ugh. But yeah, as you can see, there's things we're going to have to work out, so I don't know. So like what happens if a region becomes too big? I'm actually curious about that. Like, if I break that wall, and then this is one connected region, I guess it'll just stop working. Probably. Let's set the limit on this to 500 on the pump, so that we can test this. I think 500 is a good limit anyways. Then let's break these pumps. So that size is good, but then once this gets connected, then it becomes too big. Right, so that's the... Oh, see, also, for some reason, that broke that, and now this is broken. See, that's another part of the problem. Okay, but we pressurize that. Now if we break this wall... Okay, they both stop. So that's good. See, I can't pressurize that anymore because it's too big. So that one's pressurized, that one's pressurized. But if you ever have like two pumps in the same room pressurized... See, because it says it's not pressurized, but that's not true. So we pressurize again, and then we break it. And now it still says that it's pressurized, but this room is not pressurized. So there's a lot of weird quirks we're going to have to solve with this. It's very, very odd. So yeah. Oh yeah, something I also set up for this, which I think will be kind of cool, is that walls will interface with these walls pretty nicely. Like the stone walls. So you could do stuff like this, where you just have like stone in here. Let me go get some stone over here. No, I can't get in. Let's go back over here. So like this will just work, and this will like be the top, and this will connect to the wall. Now it is a little weird how it does that, because it'll like make this go down. So it's like a weird illusion, because these walls are clearly shorter than these ones. So I don't know, it's a little wacky. But yeah. But they do interface outside, like that. Like it'll do that, so that's good. But clearly there's going to be a little bit of stuff we have to work out with that. See, it just says it's not pressurized, so it's completely wrong. I could think of some cheaty ways to handle that. Ways that I don't like. I could basically check underneath this pump for what tile it's on. And so if it's on like the pink tiles, then we know that it's pressurized, or we know that it's not, right? Again, I don't like that method. But, I mean, it would help. It would fix a lot of these weird issues where they're in states where it's pressurized but not, right? So, I mean, it's an option. I'll think about it. Hey, the Average Goob, thank you so much for the raid. What's up? Let me give you a shout out. How's your stream today? How are things going? Yeah, I'm currently just working away on Starground stuff. I'll show off everything that we've got going on that's new today. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Hope your stream was good. Oh. So good. Got my new class selection GUI set up and connected. Things are happening. Awesome. That's always good to hear. Yeah, it's really great where things kind of start to connect together and work. But yeah. I'm working on Starground right now as per usual. The same thing I've been doing for 10 months or whatever. But I am currently working on the new planet. This is the it's called Gemtopia in here, but now we call it Tyria. That's the new name. So it's going to be like a gem planet. We've been working a lot on these sort of underwater regions. Around as I don't want spoilers. Yeah, no problem. See you later, Code Void. Thanks for coming in with the raid. Also, Gabe's Inferno, thank you for the follow. Love your shaders. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't actually, I'll be honest, I didn't make this shader, but you know, it works pretty well. I got this on Godot shaders. I modulated the color and stuff, but really that's about it. So Mars, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, I've been just working today on like the transition stuff from outside into inside. So now if you're outside and you walk inside, it like the effect stops and also your helmet is off now. So yeah, just smaller like effect stuff to make this feel more real in here. These pumps are working pretty well now. I added an animation to them. Essentially, they're kind of what defines whether a region is pressurized. So like if I break this pump, it turns back into underwater. And I can put the pump back down and then repressurize. So the only thing I don't like about how the effect is that out here, it loses the wavy water effect when you're inside. I don't really like that effect because it just, I don't know, it looks a little weird, but I really don't like the effect inside either. The problem is that the wave is a screen space shader. It's just the whole thing. And so, or it is a world space shader, but I don't know how I could like selectively block out areas of the shader. You know, hey, if anyone's got ideas on how to do that, let me know. But yeah. I don't want to make mine either. Yeah, it makes project look great. That's absolutely true. I've done a couple shaders in here for very specific things, but most of them are from Godot shaders. I'd like to get better at it, but it's just really hard. Shaders are complicated. It's a whole different beast from regular, you know, gameplay programming stuff. So it's something that would definitely take me a bit more time, I think, to be good at. But one day we'll get there probably. Yeah, I guess you can also connect Tesla coils outside of the base like this, which I guess is fine. I mean, it's not a big deal or anything. It means that you can connect your power grids up between bases, so that's probably a good thing. Feel drunk watching the waviness? Yeah. No, it is pretty warbly, yeah. But yeah, I think things are going good. Oh yeah, we also have like the water splash on the screen from when you enter and exit, which just kind of helps a little bit with the vibe. Yeah, things are going really good. We have these pressure regions set up now pretty well. The next thing is just going to be a matter of like on these buildings and stuff, checking if they're in a pressurized zone or if they're underwater or not. So yeah, it's going to be just doing that. I'm going to be adding in like decorations down here. Obviously it's very bare bones right now. We just have stone and that's it. I did add cobalt and uranium recently, so these will be able to be processed into more advanced materials for better machines and stuff. There's this one purifier machine that we actually sprited and stuff, so it's almost ready to go, but I'm kind of waiting on it for a minute until I can figure out how to handle the inventory stuff. Because I wanted to have a byproduct, so when you like process your uranium, it creates some random resource that you need to get rid of. So I have to rework the inventory system for that, but yeah. Game's looking so good. I appreciate it, yeah. This is, hopefully, it will look bare bones from what it will be in the future, you know? Because I'm planning to add a lot more, yeah, decoration and just stuff down here, so. Ideally, this is not the final look for things, so. But yeah. I did actually experiment with having the like the checker pattern on here, like we have on the main world, where we have like the, you know, the I just went back here, epic, where we have the checkers like laid over on top of the green like this. I do like how this looks, but I tried it with the underwater zone. I thought it was a little weird, because it was like overlaid on top of the waves for the sand, and I just didn't actually like how it looked. So I think we'll just keep with the bare sand, like how we have it over here. But yeah, things are coming along slowly but surely. I guess not that slowly, but feels slow sometimes. Yeah, the whole goal is to get this all ready to go before December 9th, this update. So hopefully that goes well. We'll see. There's still a lot of things I have to work out. Stuff like the mini-map up here is not updating for this region, so that's a problem. I have to fix that and make it, you know, show this new area. stuff like that. And just I have to add in the machines. I have to fix up all the automation, like add in a new, how do you actually harvest and automate these resources? How do you pipe them into your buildings? And so there's still a lot of things I have to figure out and program, but I think it'll be okay. I think hopefully it won't take too long. I think half the battle is just having a plan for how. So now that I do, I think it'll be okay. But yeah. I've been working on my game for a little over a month, and it feels so slow when not doing it for a game jam. Yeah, I totally feel that. If you like get used to the pacing of game jam stuff, where it's like freaking 5 days to make a whole game, and then you move to it being 5 months, it's pretty crazy. It does feel like things are incredibly slow, so I get that. It's also like the exact opposite if you've like working on a long-term project like this for a really long time, and then you move to a game jam. It's like, oh my god, the pace is insane. How fast you have to do things. It's funny how it's always that back and forth. Most yours are 48 hours too. Oh man, yeah. Like a lot of the game jams I've done were like the GMTK jams and stuff that were 48 hours. Those are way different. Whole different beast than this, right? Than slow, long project. Yeah. But they both have their pros and cons. I kind of like slow projects in a way for just how laid back things can be, right? I don't have to, I'm not like rushing and losing sleep and squeezing in as much as I possibly can. I can just kind of take it slow. And it means I can pay attention to detail. That's another big difference, I can like think harder about ideas and plan things out better and like just have more breathing room to make a better game. But yeah, pros and cons. I kind of like sometimes the immediacy of game jams, but they can get a little tiring. I get rated over here while AFK while watching you. Oh yeah, did you? Were you also in Goob's stream and then you get two open now over here? That's funny. I've actually had that happen, yeah. It's pretty funny. Oh man, well, welcome back. Yeah. They got tossed around, it's crazy. Should I add a little extension onto this region? See, I like being able to build like these environments because I can like expand it out and stuff. It's kind of fun. It's like, I don't know. I like this concept of having to enclose your machines and stuff and build rooms. I don't think a lot of other automation games really explore that idea. The only one I've maybe seen is the like the warehouse mod for Factorio, but I haven't ever seen this as an integrated part of the gameplay, I guess, of having interior buildings and stuff. Most of the time, whenever it's done, it's just kind of like a build inside for a productivity bonus to make things faster or something, right? But I guess this is different in the sense that things just physically cannot be placed out here or they'll explode. So, gotta go. I hate to leave so soon. Got some stuff to do. No worries at all. I'm probably not gonna be streaming for too much longer anyways, so, yeah. Oh, that's probably the dinner notification. Yeah, I'm gonna have to head out like right now, basically. Yeah, sounds good, Mystical. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I hope have a good weekend and that work doesn't hit you too hard. Or I guess your weekend's over, right? Today is Sunday? Yeah. But good luck on the work. Yeah, exploding machines. Yeah, I'm going to make it so that if you build something that isn't waterproof outside, it'll just explode. So, like, from the pressures. Or I guess implode, right? So if you place a crafter out here, it'll just... it can't handle the deep sea pressures. That's why you have to build these tanky walls for all your machines inside. Of course, water and electricity doesn't mix super good either. A crafter
with welding and electricity and stuff, that's gonna completely collapse underwater. That's just gonna all die and explode. So I figured I'd add that mechanic in. It doesn't explode yet, obviously, but I will be adding that pretty soon. I just have to work on the tags for the machines and just create a little check for whether something's underwater. Yeah, welding underwater, I mean, you can weld underwater, but I presume this is with electricity and stuff. I don't know. It's probably not a good mix. And I want to force players to have to build these structures anyways, so that's kind of the other part of it. But yeah, should be interesting. I'm sure there's ways that people are going to kind of cheese these. Instead of having like outposts or like different buildings, they're probably going to just do this and like just kind of have the buildings connect to each other, which is, I don't know. I won't remove that mechanic yet. I kind of have to wait it out and see how I feel about that. But yeah, we'll decide eventually. But yeah, I do have to end off stream. I do apologize. I know, you know, just got raided and all, but I've got to go eat. You know, we got some nice things done today. We got like the floor textures and the water effect and all that stuff, so that's good. As long as we're making progress, I think I can feel good about ending stream. So, yeah, let's just go look for somebody to raid. Yeah, who do we want to raid? Good, glad to catch you for the end of the stream. Yeah, yeah, it's always fun just to see like what people are up to, like how their game's going and stuff. I do enjoy that. Machines short in water, but they have a safety self-destruction mechanism when this happens. Yeah, that's how we could explain it. Yeah. Mr. Gunawatch is on. He's been working on a PS2 style horror game. Looks like it's called Goon's House of Doom. Yeah. And that's been pretty cool to watch. I do enjoy checking in on the progress on that. Like I was talking about earlier in the stream, like this is one of the projects that's because it's in 3D, so I'm always curious to see what he's up to. So I can, you know how to make 3D stuff. But yeah, we can go raid him. So let's get that going. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming to the stream. I really appreciate it. I also very much appreciate the raid. Goob, thank you very much for that. And yeah, Stargrounds are going good. This update will hopefully be done for December. I'm pretty confident that it will be, but you know, there's always the pressure, the risk. But yeah. And I'll have some more sneak peek stuff up on Blue Sky. I'm gonna try to start using that in Discord. So yeah, feel free to buy Starground if you want. It's on Steam in early access. Join the Discord if you want. And yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I will next be live Wednesday at 3 p.m. MST. So feel free to show up. Yeah, I'm gonna start the raid and we'll get that going. Great night. Yeah, thanks. You have a good night as well. I'm gonna go eat dinner and relax for a bit. So, all right. Goodbye, everybody. Starting the raid now. Bye bye.